another player that has been chosen for, well, he's down to the final three of the Golden Spikes Award. Pretty cool. You guys done a great job. You keep getting better, and it's fun to be around. Just keep doing what you do. I've been watching Tony for a long time. I remember seeing him out 5, 6, 7 years ago. Every time I go somewhere, he's there. I'm like, man, this guy's incredible. And he was working at Missouri. And I just knew that if he kept up the pace that he was, on at that time in his young coaching career, that he was going to be a guy that was going to be in demand as an assistant coach.
Just walking into this stadium, as a recruiter or call it a college baseball fan, you feel like if you ever go toe-to-toe with this, it's a losing battle every time.
Davalon underneath it. Charles is there. He's got it. This one belongs to the Razorbacks. They take 2 out of 3 from the Tennessee Volunteers. And Arkansas beats them by an 8-4 final score.
Live from the Busch Light Studios, this is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
So I got into a bit of a old DVH and Tony Vitello wormhole yesterday after I saw a clip of, you heard Tony Vitello talking about while he was on campus, what it's like to recruit to this place. And that was back then. It's over a decade ago. Things have changed since then. They're obviously competitors nowadays. Tony Vitello has not fared well against Dave Van Horn since arriving in Knoxville. You'll probably hear the record 2-11 in the next 24 to 48 hours, an estimated 50 times, or you'll read about it. We'll see if that changes this weekend. We'll see if the trend continues or if he gets the best of his mentor. Hey, welcome in. It is the Thursday edition of the Morning Rush. We're going to talk to Coach Aaron Burnett coming up, Springdale Athletics Director, formerly the head coach of Northside High School, and played there as well. He coached Dalen Williams, Isaiah Joe, and what do you know? Got 2 Razorbacks, 2 Northside Grizzlies in the finals tonight. Tommy Chat GPT'd this. I've tried to look it up. I hadn't seen anything else. Apparently the only 2 guys to win an NBA Finals that played together as high school teammates are Tristan Thompson and LeBron James. So Isaiah and Jalen have a chance to be in a really, really special spot if things go well for the Thunder here these next few weeks. It is popping off in Fayetteville, Arkansas this weekend. People have been lining up since Monday, getting ready for this upcoming Super Regional. Hey, do you need a place to stay? If you don't want to camp outside, which I don't blame you, how about the Inn at the Mill? Not just for the Thomas Rhett concert tonight, but the Super Regional this weekend. Graduation's always in Northwest Arkansas. Other concerts at the Amp. This is the place for you. And call them at 479-443-1800. That's 479-443-1800. Or visit inatthemill.com. The Inn at the Mill, where the past meets the present. Colton, you had kind of singled out this clip of Tony V talking about being in Fayetteville and just the recruiting he's getting guys on campus.
Really, Fayetteville impressed me, to be honest with you. I've been a part of programs that compete against Arkansas and recruiting nonstop, and you don't really know what Fayetteville's all about till you're here. It's a great place. I think it's the ideal college town. And then the thing that strikes you the most is Arkansas athletics is a pretty big deal in town. It's the #1 show in state, and people have a tremendous amount of loyalty and pride in Arkansas. And when you can feel that in the air, you get excited about bringing recruits here because you don't need to paint the picture or give them a sales pitch. You just get them in the environment, and you can literally feel it.
And we'll sync that up with what we heard from a Massachusetts native, a guy that started his career at Wake Forest and played as a grad transfer in 2022 to Arkansas, Chris Lenzilli. Listen to Chris's response to coming to Fayetteville for the first time.
Going to Arkansas, I never really thought of Arkansas before. Like, I never really knew anything about it. So didn't really, just kind of assumed there was a bunch of fields and not much going on there, if I'm being honest. But then, kind of looked into the baseball tradition, heard about Northwest Arkansas, and visited there overnight I was playing in the Cape League, and I visited there overnight with my, literally a 20-hour trip with my mom. Of course, Matt Hobbs brought me over to tour it, and just absolutely was like, this is not real. This place.
What's the longest? He goes on a little bit, gives more praise to Arkansas, the fan base this weekend, gives a shout out to Dennis Measures. What's the longest car ride you've ever been on, car trip? Mine's 17.
Yeah, I'd say probably around that area to get all the way up to Yellowstone. Did that 2014. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful trip. Lots of scenery. And I was like a 15-year-old freshman in high school, so I didn't appreciate anything back then. But that's about my limit, 14 or so hours in a car. So to drive 20 to come down and play some baseball, he wanted to be a Razorback.
It sounds like it paid off. I was reading, you mentioned that trip, and I'm going to assume you went on your family to Yellowstone. I was reading this report that a fifth of parents nowadays have let their kid plan 100% of their family vacation. You heard that right.
Yeah.
So 400 of the 2,000 parents surveyed let their kid, every little detail, whether it was concert weekend, theme park, sporting events, beach. And me personally, I like surprises. Now, my dad knows this. My bonus mom knows this. I hate family vacations. The beach trip we went on wasn't fun. I'm not a big beach guy. I'd rather go to the lake than the beach. I know that's a hot take. The Chicago trip we went on, where I lost my starting spot on the basketball team and never recovered in ninth grade and became the bench warmer the rest of high school. I still blame them for that, not my lack of athleticism.
Why did you go to Chicago? Was it worth it?
I don't think Coach Burnett would have played me either. He probably wouldn't have either. But either way, I just found that funny. I don't think many of you, now I could be wrong, I don't think many of you would let your adolescent boy or girl plan the vacation. They could suggest things. They could say, Dad, Mom, can we do this? Can we do that? But top to bottom, start to finish, you're letting a kid decide? I just thought I was a little surprised by that. All right, Coach Burnett, in just a sec, we are brought to you this morning by Oaklawn Sports. NBA Finals, which we're going to talk to Coach Burnett about, is underway tonight. Oklahoma City, Indiana Pacers. Pacers are the underdog in this one. Now, you got a former Razorback, Gennaro Pargo, so some of you might like Indiana tonight. Some of you like Tyrese Halliburton to get it done. This weekend, Arkansas, Tennessee. You can bet on the other college baseball games. I know some of you have picked the Razorbacks to win the whole stinking thing. Well, you can do it all on the Oaklawn Sports app. You can do NFL when the season begins. You've got all these different Matt's a big soccer guy. I mean, all these different futures, outright winners, spreads, player props. They have it for you. Plus, new customers can earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. It is all on the Oaklawn Sports app.
Jay knocked out some timely threes. Isaiah Joe is on fire from downtown as he drills yet another one. He's 5 for 5 from deep.
Probably not used to being that open.
Williams is open. Empty side. Nice little roll. Delivery. Big time finish. No look back. 3. Good. What a shooter. Isaiah Joe.
Isaiah Joe, nice into the paint, and flicks it back to Williams.
Jay Will hit it over the
This is the Morning Rush. It's time for the opening drive.
All right, we're joined now on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline by Coach Eric Burnett, athletics director at Springdale High School, also former Northside head coach and player with the Grizzlies as well. Coach, give us a sense, your experience. I know you've been recently in Loud City, teams on their way to the finals, got a chance to play in game one tonight. What was it like watching Oklahoma City in the Western Conference Finals and now getting a chance to see Isaiah and Jalen in one of the biggest games of their career tonight?
Yes, sir. I had a great time. That whole day when I was driving over to Oklahoma City, there was just something about I was just geeked all day and just happy and a big old smile. And when I got to the arena, the atmosphere is just unbelievable, last Wednesday. And the game started, and it was just it was like OKC Thunder just took control of the game, the whole night, and just being able to watch those guys, especially Isaiah when he stepped on the floor. I mean, that's unbelievable to me. He steps on the floor and go 3 for 3 from the 3-point line, after sitting over there for that length of time, and end up getting that back door cut and scoring that layup. But those guys are living a dream right now. It's just unbelievable to see both of them out there on that floor playing for
Coach, I got a chance to
world championship.
Yeah, I got a chance to watch them play the Trailblazers earlier this year, and they had Coach Dagnall sat 7 guys, so Isaiah and Jalen both started. That was a Jalen triple-double. I can't remember if that was his first or second. I think that was his first, but it was awesome. So seeing those guys have success. I think – so Tommy looked this up, and unless someone corrects me, Coach, I think this is going to be potentially only the second time in NBA history, if these guys go on to win this thing, that you have high school teammates playing for the same NBA team to win the finals. I mean, how unique is that? The other pair was LeBron James and Tristan Thompson.
Well, I didn't know that it was, someone who's done that before. But it's like we're sitting there dreaming. Everybody in the state of Arkansas and Fort Smith is sitting there just dreaming that, is this real, to see Jalen and Isaiah, getting ready to hopefully potentially win NBA championship. It's just, it's hard to wrap my head around that. And they from Fort Smith, Arkansas. It's just so exciting. And I mean, just excited about, actually seeing the game tonight for us to take game one and get some confidence and hopefully go on and take the whole thing.
We're talking with Coach Eric Burnett, former coach of Northside Grizzlies basketball, played there as well, now the athletics director at Springdale High School. Coach, help me on this. I think I have this correct. You guys won in 2017, runners-up in 2018, and then you won it again in, is it 2019 or 2020? I think I lost track.
2019.
Okay.
Yes, it was. We won it in 17, and I tell people that we should have won 3 in a row. If Jalen doesn't get sick in that championship game, we would have had 3 in a row, and to me that would be unbelievable for Northside to win 3 in a row. And I can promise you this: it ain't the coaching. I'd have some dudes out there on that floor.
Yeah, with Tev and Trey and some of the other guys. Yep. It was a fully.
Yes, sir.
That team had a bunch of dudes that I try to guard now and pick up, and I just have no business being on the same floor. I think
exactly.
Coach, one of the things I heard, and you could probably shed some light on this. I've heard about these legendary Isaiah Joe workouts where the football team would get there at 6 a.m. and Zay had already put in like an hour and a half of work, like just in the gym or shooting. Can you tell us just about, like, people just think that, some guys are just naturally athletic and it's just they're gifted whatever, but just for Zay, like, how much work did you see him put in outside of just the normal practice obligations that's gotten him to this point?
And you're exactly right. People think Isaiah Joe just woke up and just to step out on that floor and shoot the basketball like that. But there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that they don't know about. When he was in high school, his dad would get him in the gym early in the morning. First he had a weight workout with a strength and conditioning trainer. And then he would come to the gym and get his workout in. And then after we get done with practice, and there was times my practice wasn't easy. It was really tough. But his dad would go get him something to eat, come back, and then he would stay another 2 or 3 hours. And this is every day. And I'm talking like on Thanksgiving and Christmas, I went up to the gym and opened it up for him so him and his dad can get their routine in. And people don't understand that's muscle memory. Shooting is muscle memory. The whole body is when it comes to shooting the basketball. And Isaiah and his dad always put in a lot of extra time because they understood that, and they wanted to make sure when the time comes for him to get out there on that floor and shoot that basketball, he was ready. And I remember a game. I mean, this vividly that we went to Little Rock Central because during that time we was in the Central Conference, and it was the 2017 year, and Isaiah ended up going for 10 threes. I mean, just unbelievable. It was just beautiful to see the way he shot the basketball that night.
He is one of the purest shooters that obviously Northside's ever had, and in recent memory Arkansas's had as well. We're talking with Coach, and I've seen some of those Derek shooting drills. They're not not for the faint of heart. You gotta be into. Coach Eric Burnett with us, athletics director at Springdale High School, former Northside head coach and player as well. Coach Zay and Coach Jalen as well. Jalen, year 3. Coach. I mean, we've seen him blossom, a couple triple-doubles this season. I mean, he's guarding one of the best players in the NBA, if not the best, in Nikola Jokic, and just making it as difficult on him as possible. I know he was the linchpin and the go-to guy on that 2019 state championship team. We saw him start as a freshman, helping Arkansas the Elite Eight, and then the Elite Eight the next year as a sophomore, which he was even a bigger contributor. How much have you seen him grow since coaching him in high school and to where he is now in the NBA?
I've seen him grow a bunch. I mean, even just from the day he stepped on campus as a ninth grader, because Jalen, he was growing so fast from his 8th to his 9th to the 10th grade. His back was hurting him all the time. And as a 10th grader, he was probably came in maybe 6'2", and then he shot up to about 6'5", 6'6", and then he just kept on growing, and to see that and to where he started out just working to now, it's just, I mean, it's a testament to him because he had to put in the work, and he put in a lot of extra work to do that. One of the biggest things that we laugh about this, we laughed about it last Wednesday, is I used to make them run a mile, and Jalen's mile time wasn't very good at all. And then I remember we went to University of Arkansas, and they ran a mile the first time. I got a text. Yes, I got a text like it's probably about 7:15 in the morning from Jalen saying, "Coach, I ran a 5:57 mile." And I sent him back. I said, "I don't believe it, Jalen." And so he ended up, showing me the time, and he did it. And so from there on, it was like he just blew up. And he was already unbelievable when it comes to high IQ at a game of basketball. And so he put all that behind him, and he's doing really well now.
Yeah, he mentions back being hurt. I know his dad, Mike, was kind of the leader and getting him knowing how to take charges and everything else. I can't imagine how much his back probably hurts now. Like, what do you think? How many charges do you think he's taken the last 5 years? So he led college basketball sophomore year with like over 50.
Yes.
I mean, the NBA leader. I think this year. I mean, he's probably taken 200 plus charges last 5 years, Coach.
I would say yes. Even in high school, we won a big game. We played North Little Rock, and at our place, and Coach Muss was there. And I mean, it was like probably 15 seconds on the clock, and Jalen steps up and take a charge, and cost us to win the game. I think we was up 1, and Jalen takes that charge, and he actually scores, and the referee comes in and waves it off because of Jalen just stepping up, making a big play with the charge. I'm telling you, he's just so smart when it comes to that, and that's a talent to be able to do that. That really is.
One of the other elements that I've noticed about both those guys is they seem like the same. Like I know some teachers at Northside and not just Northside, but also like Kimmons, and I think even elementary came over, watched him play, and they were happy to see him. Zay obviously got a big contract in the offseason. He seems like the same dude. I'm going to be honest, Coach. I would have a little bit of an arrogance if I had just signed a 3-year, I think it was $39 million contract. But I mean, you know better than I. Those guys are probably the same like they were in high school as they are now playing in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, both of them are very humble young men. They high character guys. But people, I mean, you talk about all that, but when you have a kid like that, you have got to go look at their parents. Both of them said the parents did a really good job of keeping those guys, grounded and being humble and just, teaching them, how to be good people. And that's what they are. When they come home in the summer, it doesn't matter where they at. They take pictures with people. They talk to people.
Yeah.
They never really say no to anybody. One time I was out eating with Jalen. We was at Outback, and I'm talking like every couple of minutes there was people coming up, and he was, just real nice, signing autographs with them. And then, eventually the manager came over and start, kind of keeping everybody away from us. But he would never say no. He would just sit there and sign autographs for
that
everybody.
Smile, Coach.
And Zay
$1 million smile.
And that smile, yeah. and Zay does the same thing. You know, he loves the bowl. You know, Zay loves the bowls, and so you know, people come up to him, he'll sign autographs, and so yeah, they great young man.
Coach, I want to ask you one last question before we go. We got about 30 seconds. Another Isaiah Sealy, that you got a chance to watch very, very close in person this past year. He's obviously coming here to Fayetteville, get a chance as a true freshman to make some impact. What's Cal getting in Isaiah Sealy this year, Coach?
They're getting a young man that can do it all. I really think Isaiah's a great passer. Of course, he can score when he wants to, but I've never seen anybody in transition. When he's in transition, I mean, it's unbelievable how he can get to the basket. And it doesn't matter who it is, a big guy, small guy, he can get to the basket when he's in transition. I think that's going to, really help him when he gets to University of Arkansas, because I know they like to get up and down the floor. But I think one of the biggest things he's going to do is maybe transform his body. And, of course, the strength and conditioning guy will do that. But once he gets that, because I think comes strength, comes confidence. And when he gets that confidence, his ceiling is really high, really high.
Can't wait to watch him this year. Coach Eric Burnett.
Yes, sir.
Former Northside Grizzly, both coach and player, and at Springdale High School right now as the athletics director. Coach, appreciate the time this morning. Excited about game one. Hopefully we're in OKC at the celebration here in a few weeks, okay?
You're exactly right, because I want to be there.
I think a lot of people. You got it, Coach. I think a lot of people want to be there. Again, you got Razorbacks on both sides. You got two in Isaiah Joe and Jalen Williams, and then Gennaro Pargo, former Razorback, coaching as the assistant for Indiana. Good stuff from Coach Burnett here on the Lewis Automotive Group Hotline. Hey, this morning we are brought to you by APAC Arcola. Are you in need of asphalt, ready-mix concrete? Well, they have it for you at APAC Arcola. Plus, surveying, engineering, construction, drone capabilities, trucking, and logistics, all under one roof. 479-587-3300. Get started today with APAC and Standard Materials Group. Hog update when we come back on a Thursday.
Hogs are going to the Supers.
And the Rooster, he's strutting to the dugout.
Our exclusive coverage of the 2025 Fayetteville Super Regionals is brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Heath Roberts, ASU Mountain Home, and by First Star Bank. The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
Protect what matters most with the Fence Man. From heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the Fence Man's got Fort Smith covered. The Fence Man has served the Fort Smith area for over 40 years. Custom built and built to last. Free quotes, financing for 18 months. When it comes to security fencing, nobody builds it better than the Fence Man. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanar.com. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Largemouth bass will be spawning soon at ponds and lakes all over Arkansas and Oklahoma. One of the best lures to catch them on at this time is the famous Yum Dinger. We make them by the truckloads in Fort Smith in 3, 4, 5, and 6 inch sizes, and they are in tackle boxes of bass anglers all over the U.S. and all over the world. Wacky rigging the 5-inch model can't be beat for spawning bass. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Yum Dinger.
Oh, Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks. This is the Morning Rush.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here from Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're looking for the best used car your money can buy, check out our great selection of road-ready certified vehicles with warranty. If you're trading or selling your car, let us give you a free second opinion and leave with a check in your hand. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in the Meineke Car Care Center. Plus, follow us on Facebook for special offers and fun contests. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. For a successful stint in the great outdoors, pack accordingly. Place heavy essentials near your spine for stability in rough terrain, with light items near the bottom. Now, you may be wondering, where does the Bush Light go? In your stomach. Head for the mountains. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch, Busch Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Here's some exciting news for golf enthusiasts. The Golf Nut is thrilled to announce new arrivals for 2025, including Callaway Elite Woods and Irons, the new generation Pro V1 and Pro V1X golf balls, as well as a full range of lab putters, including the latest OZ model. Schedule a lesson or fitting on one of our indoor simulators to elevate your game. Visit the Golf Nut at 5121 Towson Avenue and experience golfing greatness for over 30 years.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Forsgren is hiring immediately. Forsgren Incorporated, a heritage company and premier employer, is now hiring equipment operators, pipe layers, concrete finishers, and laborers. Have experience in any of these areas? Apply now at GoForsgren.com. Don't delay. Forsgren is hiring now at GoForsgren.com. Don't miss your opportunity to join the Forsgren legacy. Forsgren has immediate openings for equipment operators, pipe layers, concrete finishers, and laborers. Apply now at GoForsgren.com. Forsgren Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text BODY to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text BODY to 321-321. That's BODY to 321-321.
Ty Richardson for Eastside Liquor, your #1 stop for the Hogs Run to Omaha. Every watch party, every event, they can take care of you at Eastside Liquor. Need your favorite beer or seltzer for the Hog Pen? They've got it all at Eastside Liquor. Stop by and see Dave and his team at 9390 Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Did I mention it's lake season 2? Regardless of the lake that you spend your summer, the only place you gotta stop before is Eastside Liquor.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
There's only one Razorback.
Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
Razorback fans, let's stand up and call those.
107 down.
This one belongs to the Razorbacks. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Colin. Alex has got room.
Everybody, woo victory.
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
Hey, how's it going?
Alex, Paul Seiler at USA Baseball. How are you?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I was going to say, calling to tell you you're going to be named as one of 3 finalists for the Golden Spikes Award, but it sounds like that cat's out of the bag over there at the Razorbacks. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. Awesome, buddy. Congratulations. Yeah, thank you so much. I feel great, just putting Hawaii even more on the map. How good players out there come from, and just giving the little kids back home some hope that they could actually have this opportunity to come out here and play in the mainland.
So that was a cool little video that the Golden Spikes Award team put together announcing their 3 finalists yesterday. 2 of them are playing in the Super Regional this weekend in Liam Doyle and Vahiva Loy. Loy has been phenomenal for this baseball team this year. I mean, you look at every single statistic that he's a part of, he's up there at the very top. So congratulations again to Vahiva Loy, who is a Golden Spikes Award finalist for this Arkansas baseball team. I don't know. I know it's a regular season award. But I don't know how you don't give it to the winner of this weekend, right? Like, I think Doyle's going to pitch really well. I do. Vahiva had a good outing last weekend. I think he's going to have a good outing this weekend as well. I just think, and maybe they get, what is it? Is it Alex Lodish, the Florida State kid? Lodish, however you say his name, I don't really care. It's a two-man race. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it's a two-man race. That being said, the winner of this weekend is going to go on to win this award. Game 1 of the College World Series Final, 5:30. Hopefully, Vahiva is accepting it in person as a player that's competing for the championship that weekend. But I just don't know how you give it to the other guy, even though it's a regular season award.
Yeah, and, I think that, like you said it, Ty, you'd think that, Vahiva's going to have a great series this weekend, and Doyle's obviously going to pitch very well. You said it, whoever comes out on top this weekend likely has proven to everybody else that votes on that award and that cares, and anybody that has any interest in college baseball, that they are the cream of the crop and likely the best player or most valuable on their team. And that's a coveted award, and, Vahiva's going to join in an elite club, and I'm excited for him because, Ty, he plays the game the right way. The right way. The right way.
Yeah, us Arkansas fans like watching it the right way. Now, that was the announcement that the Golden Spikes Award made. What about the announcement that Dave made to Vahiva and the rest of the team? Take a listen.
We also have another player that has been chosen for, well, he's down to the final 3 of the Golden Spikes Award. It's pretty cool. You guys done a great job. You keep getting better, and it's fun to be around. Just keep doing what you're doing.
I think it was 6. I think 6 guys have busted 20 home runs in a single season in the Razorback career. Benintendi, one of the Golden Spikes Award winners. Cops was obviously a pitcher, but he's got a chance to continue on this run. I know there's a little bit of a lull that he had with some hitting issues, but seemed to come out of it last weekend, and hopefully as they continue on, Vahiva Loy is a major part of the postseason success for Arkansas. Raffle update, it's like $20-something thousand now. I know that like market's pushing 40. It's, again, you get half that. So if you win, you get 20. Help me understand why they shouldn't do this like every month leading up to football. Like doing it in July, doing it in August. I don't know the particulars and every little rule, but I mean, I would do it. First game is Alabama A&M on the 30th.
Mm-hmm.
So do one that day, obviously, but no one else is doing it. You might as well do something in July. I mean, what else is going on? Might as well pop one of them at the, I don't know if July 4th is the best marketing plan, but might as well do another one of them.
Yeah, July would be a good time. It's sort of that. It's definitely the in-between time for us. I mean, we're searching for things to talk about, and we're just kind of anticipatory feelings waiting on football season, and they can definitely cash in on that because you need some momentum. You need something to have a positive image for this football program coming into next fall because it's a turning point year for the program, and they got to make sure that all this money that they're going to be acquiring through the raffle, and if they're going to make that the big focal point of how they want, fans to be involved with the program, they got to have a program that matches that same output, the same output from the fans. If they're going to put in hundreds of thousands of dollars into a raffle to support your program, well, you better put something on the field that's worth that and more. And I think that Ty, they're going to have to find a way to kind of manage the raffle situation because you don't want to get burnt out on this too quick.
That's fair. There's truth to that. All right, that's your Hog Update here on Thursday. It's brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Those awards are jinxed. That text coming from Kevin here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Just ask Bree Ellis and every other Heisman winner that's tried to go on to win a national championship. That's interesting. Well, the one that comes to mind being Matt Leinart in 2004. They won it. They crushed Oklahoma. I think it was like 55-19. Unfortunately, Reggie Bush, the following year when they played Texas, did not have a good game. I think he had 2 fumbles, maybe just 1. And I say good game for his standards. I still think he finished with 100-plus yards. But there is some truth, Kevin, I think, to your point, that Heisman-wise, that I know, again, Bree Ellis did not end her college career how she wanted to at all. But hopefully that is that. And Hagan didn't have a great, but he was just a finalist last year. So, again, hoping for the best for Vahiva Loy and the rest of this team, not just this weekend, but beyond that as well. We continue on the Morning Rush here on a Thursday. We're brought to you by Mock Legal Solutions. They've opened a Sallisaw location to serve Sequoia and LaFleur counties right now. Jackie can handle all the family law. Plus, she's got 13 years in car wrecks, slip and fall cases, dog bites, and more. Listen, not everyone can pony up $5,000. They get that. So they offer flat fees, low down payments, and payment plans. The laws have changed. Yes, joint custody is the default, but they're not afraid to go to trial and are successful when they do. MockLegalSolutions.com. Mock Legal Solutions, real advice, reasonable price. Morning Rush Daily Question is next.
I think it's your girlfriend called.
Text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive Group, home of the Lewis Guarantee. The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
Protect what matters most with the Fence Man. From heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the Fence Man's got Fort Smith covered. The Fence Man has served the Fort Smith area for over 40 years. Custom built and built to last. Free quotes, financing for 18 months. When it comes to security fencing, nobody builds it better than the Fence Man. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Largemouth bass will be spawning soon at ponds and lakes all over Arkansas and Oklahoma. One of the best lures to catch them on at this time is the famous Yum Dinger. We make them by the truckloads in Fort Smith in 3, 4, 5, and 6 inch sizes, and they are in tackle boxes of bass anglers all over the U.S. and all over the world. Wacky rigging the 5-inch model can't be beat for spawning bass. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Yum Dinger.
Everybody's doing their own. Oh, my bad.
This is the Morning Rush.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
Up to $10,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $10,000 off, or lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer EV with hands-free driving assistance and go 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds for as low as $900 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging, your Xerox authorized dealer in the River Valley. Xerox is more than just a brand, it's your ultimate business partner. Whether you need high-speed printers, powerful copiers, or seamless cloud solutions, Xerox has the tools to keep your business running smoothly and efficiently. And right now, for a limited time, we're offering a free Xerox color printer with the lease or purchase of many Xerox models. To learn more, call us at 783-6600 or visit us at dixiedigital.com. Dixie Digital Imaging, your partner in business success.
Do you want to be home every weekend, use brand new equipment, and make a competitive salary? Then let me tell you about Lavorne Lumber. They're looking to fill a regional over-the-road position. So if this sounds like a great next job opportunity for you, call 479-646-4685. That's 646-4685. 515 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith and online at Lavorne, Lovvorn lumber.com. Lavorne Lumber. Paying the bills, we'll take care of you.
Summer is finally here, and so are the road trips that you've had planned. That's why it's time to visit us at Southern Tire Mart. Southern Tire Mart's expert service, competitive pricing, and top quality tires will ensure your vehicle is ready for all your summer adventures. Visit us in Fort Smith at 9700 Highway 271 and let us ensure your vehicle is prepared for the summer. Southern Tire Mart is a proud dealer of Yokohama tires. Southern Tire Mart. We keep America rolling.
Pickup truck, sports car, motorcycle, minivan, townhouse, 2-story, farmhouse, fixer-upper. What you drive and where you live is different for everyone, so it's important to have insurance that fits your needs and is just right for you. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that, which is why our agents help you design a comprehensive auto, home, and life insurance plan. Insurance that fits just right.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Brad Howe in Van Buren.
Luxury is having nothing to do but decide between Taco Bell's new $5, $7, and $9 Lux Cravings boxes. A classic $5 box or an indulgent $7 box. Or the adventurous $9 box. Okay, I'll do the $7. I mean, 9. 5, 7. Wait, what am I doing? This choice is yours. Whichever you choose, get Lux for less with a $5, $7, or $9 Lux Cravings box at Taco Bell today. At participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Price of participation varies. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
Do you need closure on your garage? Call Grit Garage Doors. Whether it's a new door, a squeaky closing sound, a broken spring, or just off track, Grit is who you can trust. With an unheard of 15-year spring warranty option, Grit is the team you can trust. Call Grit. There's no door Grit can't close. Local team, local service with honesty and integrity. Call Grit Garage Doors. 479-430-3667. That's 479-430-DOOR.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at carpathsocial.com.
Did you see the snack wrap is coming back?
Did see that. It's big time.
Okay. Here's our Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily question, ladies and gentlemen. What is a food item, be fast food, normal sit-down restaurant, wherever, that you miss, that is no longer being made? It's your Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily question, 877-377-6963. I'm going to throw everyone off with mine, but I remember it. It's clear as day. It's 9th grade, post games, the Burger King double cheeseburger. 1/4 of a pound was $1.
Wow.
Get that thing loaded up with some buffalo and zesty sauce. I get 2 of those, 2 of the spicy chickens, large fry, $6. Wow. The good old days.
For inflation, that's like, what, $15, $18 now?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's a little more expensive nowadays. But this wasn't just some like flimsy, like this was a real
beef.
1/4 of a pound cheeseburger. And it was fantastic. I miss it. I miss a lot of the cheese. And I realize food costs are exponentially higher than they used to be. But that was it was a great time in my life. I could eat for $6. I could be full. It's fantastic. Can't really do that anymore. Snack wrap coming back. What is the food item that is no longer being made that you miss? Colton, what is yours this morning?
The snack wrap coming back is big time because it reminds me of a simpler time, my younger days, getting things off of value and dollar menus with what little change I had made from my jobs as a young man like yourself, Ty. And one of those staples, you're doing something right when you can create an item, when you can create a food item that enters a new word into the lexicon. Our friends at Taco Bell did it, Ty, and they took it away. It's the quesarito, a combination of a quesadilla and a burrito. Bring it back. That's right. Had rice mixed up into the burrito, extra layer of cheese. You can get shredded chicken, steak, top it off with some fire sauce or some Diablo sauce. There was literally nothing better.
Of course,
but it's gone.
Corsair hit that line now out, powered by Taco Bell. Colton is pushing for them to bring the quesarito back.
They can respond to Zach Root's request on Twitter, so they can definitely bring back a quesarito. Now, if you go to the right Taco Bell and you know a guy or two, you can ask for it.
The secret menu.
They'll do it. The secret menu.
B in Clarksville messaged the taco flavored Doritos. Those are the OG chips. I know things have come and gone last 30 years of my life, but I know over the course of your life listening right now, most of you have a few years on me. There's something out there that used to be a thing and is no longer a case. Let's ask Melvin and Sheridan. I know Melvin wanted to talk about something else, but Melvin, talking about this question, is there a food item?
I got it.
What is it?
Let's
hear it, Melvin.
I got it.
What is it?
I had to think a minute, but I got it.
Okay.
The original artery clogging McDonald's French fries. They'll never be like they was. Never.
When you can get them supersized, right?
They used animal fat, which give them a lot better flavor, and a large was like $1 a deal, and they'll never do that again for health reasons. They was the bomb, boys. I promise.
Good
I promise.
back in the day. All right, but I would say the good stuff back in the day. All right, before Melvin continues, that again is our Cart Pass Social Morning Rush Daily Question. Their 1-year anniversary event starts a week from today. Christian Nate would love to see you there at Cart Pass Social. Corporate Scramble, College World Series Watch Party, Cart Pass Social After Dark, and a Family Fun Day. It all takes place a week from today in Lowell, 122 Grant Place, across from Atwoods, at the #1 indoor golf facility in all of Arkansas. Now, Melvin, I think you wanted to, was it a football question or comment you wanted to make?
Yes, sir. I don't know if everybody heard it, but the post office had to let the Razorback football team go. They figured out they couldn't even lick a stamp.
You're going to have to explain that one.
Lick used to be the term for like whoop or beat. They can't even lick a postal stamp.
They licked Tennessee last year. This team will win a game they're not supposed to.
That's last year. Like I said, a joke ain't funny if you got to explain it.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
It was. I'm just slow and dumb. I'm on my second cup of coffee, but I feel like I'm on my first. Okay.
Do you think any of those kids have ever written a letter or licked a stamp in their life?
Probably not. I haven't done a lot of it in my life. I've sent thank you notes from time to time. I've opened mail, but haven't sent a lot of mail over the course of my time. All right. So football's been brought up. We're 45 minutes into the show. Let's stay here just for a sec. Taylor Green's going to be at the Manning Passing Academy at the end of the month. I am hoping, knock on wood, that Mr. Archie Manning comes on the program with us. I've been in contact with him before. I would love to get his thoughts. One of the best to ever do it in the Southeastern Conference and the National Football League on Taylor Green. I have no idea if it's actually going to happen or not. I guess Chris Burke's going to be like kind of on an ESPN Arkansas car wash.
Yeah.
I heard him today. He's coming on tomorrow. Didn't know that Chuck and Bo are having him on. Try not to do that, but he's doing like a Cal car wash on ESPN back in the day here on ESPN Arkansas tomorrow, so we'll get a chance to. I don't understand. So there's been complaints. I've seen it on social media. My buddies are mad. They're like, why are we getting a Tennessee guy to call this game? One, Burke's pretty down the middle. I've heard him say plenty of complimentary things about Arkansas and DVH. Two, most people don't like Jimmy Dykes, which I don't understand either, because I like him personally. He's treated me the same when I was like 7 years old as I am at 30. And he's good at his job, but Arkansas fans some don't like him, which I don't understand because he sometimes says nice things about Kentucky. Kyle Peterson's also very high on Arkansas. I mean, he can't say enough good things about Fayetteville. If you really want, then just listen to Phil and Bubba.
Yeah.
Which we're always welcome to here on ESPN Arkansas, hitthatline.com and Hit That Line Now app. But that's like the A-team. And I know some of you don't like Herb Street and Fowler. I'm not the biggest Fowler fan, but I love Herb Street. I think he's great. And people were complaining when they came to town against Tennessee last year. Arkansas won the game, and it was epic, and it was great.
People don't want good things, Ty. They want to be comfortable, and they want to be catered and pandered to. You know that. But they won't just turn on their radio.
So we're 86 days out from this football season. I'm going to toss out some games. Ole Miss, week 3. Notre Dame, week 5. Tennessee's second week in October. I forget which week it is. LSU's, I think, first week in November. And then Texas is second to last week. Maybe it's third to last week. Which of those 5 games I just listed out? You got 1 home game, 4 road games. Who do you like them to upset?
Say them again.
I'm telling you.
Say them again. Texas,
okay.
Mississippi.
Notre Dame, week 5.
Okay.
Ole Miss, week 3. Tennessee's, I don't have the schedule in front of me. Tennessee's second week in October. LSU and Texas, I believe, are both in November.
Okay.
If I remember that right.
But one of those is at home, correct? Notre Dame?
Notre Dame's the home game.
Out of
Gary and Huntsville.
Out of those 5. I think that Ole Miss will be down from last year. I know that they kind of had their way with taking some of our players, but Austin Simmons is not going to be anywhere near as capable as Jackson Dart was back there. There'll be some serious growing pains. I imagine that it will happen. I'm kind of on your I'm kind of in your camp, Ty, that we may go in there to Oxford and steal that win, but that'd probably be the one off the top of my head right now, because even at home, the Razorbacks are going to have a tough time keeping the Notre Dame Fighting Irish out of the backfield. That defensive
defensive line's good. Zach's been he's been sending me stuff about what's their running back's name again? He's Jeremiah Love.
That sounds
I think
right.
Yeah, Jeremiah Love. He's been sending me stuff about him in the Ruskin and Zach group text that I'm in. I'm just like, Zach, I know he's really good. I watched him last year. He's outstanding. I just know Zach won't. I don't know if he'll show up for work that Monday if Arkansas is able to get by Notre Dame. I think we'll get a chance to hear from Sam Pittman. Sam Pittman's the last guy, I think, at SEC. Last day,
Definitely
not last guy.
yeah.
Last day at SEC Media Days, which is the second or third weekend of July, which is Thursday. We'll hear from him. I don't know if we'll hear from him between now and then, but they're in a situation this year where, again, they're trying to inspire some confidence from fans, get people hyped up. You got a quarterback that probably going to be top 8 in this league, maybe top 7 or 6, depending on how things shake out. You've got it. There will be some people that withholds judgment on this team until they see it against an SEC opponent. And if you're going to pick an SEC opponent to play week 3 of your 4 road teams, Ole Miss is it.
Mm-hmm.
New quarterback, as you mentioned. A lot of new guys. You've got the rivalry sense, obviously, from years past, and the newer rivalry with 3 of the dudes going there.
And last year's matchup with them was, I think, kind of a fluke in between Kiffin and Pittman. Most of the time, that's been a very even series.
Yeah,
it's been very competitive.
And Travis Williams, again, you will not hear a bigger Travis Williams defender and apologist in Arkansas media. I love that guy. I think that he's been thrown in some terrible situations. They had 2 bad games last year defensively, the LSU game and that game. The other 11, they put him in chances to win, and they won 7 of those games. So that being said, I know he's going to be hacked off after what Kiffin did to his defense last year. Texas has a new quarterback in Arch. They're better than Ole Miss, top to bottom. LSU, Nussmeier's probably top 3 in the SEC this year. You don't want to play him week 3. He'll eat you alive. And then maybe you could argue Tennessee you'd rather play than week 3. That's a real debate.
Yeah.
But they're coming off a college football playoff appearance. They lost some pieces. So getting Ole Miss where you're getting them this year, the only problem with that game is you got to go back to Memphis the following week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what numbnut decided that was a good idea?
It's also
seriously.
Yeah, it's also Oxford at night, not Oxford at 11 a.m. So those hoity-toity rebels have plenty of time to get drunk before.
Milk Toast says that Taylor Green has top 3 potential. He has top 3 potential as an individual. I don't know if his offense has top 3 potential to boost him to that. Again, the maybe weakest second. Let me rephrase.
Biggest question
The
mark.
biggest question mark on your football team this year is the wide receiver core. You lost everybody, albeit from a 7-6 football team. But if you get some production out of Omega Blake, Cam Shanks, and the Raylan Sharp and the rest of that crew, maybe what am I blanking on the kid from Warren?
Antonio
Jordan. If he all of a sudden just doesn't play like a freshman, then maybe you have something there.
Tight end transfers in as well. Pass catchers, Ty. Pass catchers.
Pass catchers. Hey, take advantage of what's going on at Joe's Grill and Cantina every single Wednesday with the kiddos. I know you don't want them to plan the vacation. We were talking about that earlier, but what about letting them plan where they want to go to eat? $5 is what you get for a kid's meal at Joe's Grill and Cantina. There's karaoke night. There's a coloring contest. Lots going on at Joe's Grill and Cantina. And today, they're bringing back flavors from Kukos, the beloved restaurant that once called Joe's home. You're going to get deals every single day at Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps. In hour 2, our friend Tom Murphy joins us. Let's talk Super Regionals when we come back.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
Protect what matters most with the Fenceman. From heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the Fenceman's got Fort Smith covered. The Fenceman has served the Fort Smith area for over 40 years. Custom built and built to last. Free quotes, financing for 18 months. When it comes to security fencing, nobody builds it better than the Fenceman. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanar.com. The Fenceman. He ain't afraid of no work.
At Arvest Bank, we believe in supporting growing communities. That's why we're committed to putting home ownership within reach. Whether it's your first home, a fixer-upper, or your forever home, we have a variety of loan options to help make your dream home a reality. Because everyone deserves a financial partner who cares. Arvest Bank, we believe. Equal housing lender.
Largemouth bass will be spawning soon at ponds and lakes all over Arkansas and Oklahoma. One of the best lures to catch them on at this time is the famous Yum Dinger. We make them by the truckloads in Fort Smith in 3, 4, 5, and 6 inch sizes, and they are in tackle boxes of bass anglers all over the U.S. and all over the world. Wacky rigging the 5-inch model can't be beat for spawning bass. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Yum Dinger.
This is the Morning Rush.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here from Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're looking for the best used car your money can buy, check out our great selection of road-ready certified vehicles with warranty. If you're trading or selling your car, let us give you a free second opinion and leave with a check in your hand. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in the Meineke Car Care Center. Plus, follow us on Facebook for special offers and fun contests. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
Sunday, June 15th is Father's Day, and Jelco Outdoors has hundreds of gifts for those special dads. Special in-store deals on knives by Case, Benchmade, Kershaw, and more. Keep Dad cool with a new cooler by Yeti and Yukon Outfitters. Select hunting and fishing clothing on sale now. New rods, reels, and compound bows would make Dad's Day really special. And Jelco gift cards are always a perfect fit. Jelco Outdoors, your Father's Day gift store. 4600 South Zero in Fort Smith.
Are you tired of loose, uncomfortable dentures or struggling with missing teeth? This is Dr. Charles Liggett with River Valley Smile Center. Dr. Cole Johnson, Dr. Hannah Cave, and myself experience with full arch dental implant solutions. Dentures that are securely attached to implants, giving you a natural looking, confident smile that feels like your own. No more slipping, no more pain, just the freedom to smile, speak, and eat with ease. You like coming to see us, right, Matt?
Who doesn't want to say, I love the way your smile lights up under your eyes? Call 479-646-0706 or visit rivervalleysmiles.com to schedule your consultation today.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at servicemasterpc.com.
All power, zero compromise. Eagle Cordless Outdoor Power Equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From mowers and trimmers to blowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it's the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
Top CDL Academy is a licensed Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration that provides the federal required training to obtain both Class A and Class B CDL licenses. Our program provides assistance with employment after graduation. We have finance and grant options available. Students straight out of class have started new careers earning $70,000 to $140,000 per year, and training is provided for all 50 states. Call today, 479-632-1050. COP CDL Academy.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
for today. Partly sunny skies. Our high temperatures this afternoon will be in the low 80s north, closer to 90 south. Chance of showers, a few thunderstorms tonight. Overnight low will drop down into the upper 60s. And then more showers and scattered thunderstorms for Friday are high in the low 80s north, upper 80s south. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
The weather is brought to you by Colorworks. Whether it's the weather or just life, call Andy at Colorworks Paint and Body for all your auto body repairs. Big or small, old or new, they are the choice for auto body repair.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 86 days.
This hour of the Morning Rush is brought to you by Bud Light, brewed with the best barley, rice, water, and hops to be America's favorite light beer. Bud Light, please drink responsibly.
Have another player that has been chosen for, well, he's down to the final 3 of the Golden Spikes Award. Pretty cool. You guys done a great job. You keep getting better, and it's fun to be around. Just keep doing what you do. I've been watching Tony for a long time. I remember seeing him out 5, 6, 7 years ago. Every time I go somewhere, he's there. I'm like, man, this guy's incredible. And he was working at Missouri. And I just knew that if he kept up the pace that he was, on at that time in his young coaching career, that he was going to be a guy that was going to be in demand as an assistant coach.
Just walking into this stadium, as a recruiter or call it a college baseball fan, you feel like if you ever go toe to toe with this, it's a losing battle every time.
Davalon underneath it. Charles is there. He's got it. This one belongs to the Razorbacks. They take 2 out of 3 from the Tennessee Volunteers. And Arkansas beats them by an 8-4 final score.
Live from the Busch Light Studios, this is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
So if you type in Tony Vitello Razor Vision, you can listen to his interview, his press conference of being introduced as an Arkansas assistant coach. I watched him talk with Hogs Illustrated and discussing what it was like to have the facility, just things going on in fall ball and everything else. It is an interesting dynamic over a decade to go to where he is now as the national championship winning head coach. Now, he still hadn't had a lot of success against his mentor, Dave Van Horn.
What's his record?
11-2.
Yeah.
For the billionth time here on these airwaves. Hopefully that trend stays the same this week. Here's a trend that you like as an Arkansas Razorback fan. So I was talking with a friend about this yesterday, Mr. Rick Hundley, and Rick's accurate on this. Arkansas, for whatever reason, has had success against some of the most dominant pitchers in the SEC. So I was looking back at SEC pitchers of the year. It's like, how did Arkansas do? You beat Brady Singer twice, Florida Gators, back in 2018. Beat Paul Skeens twice. Yes, they went on to win the national championship, but you still beat him, which is great. David Price back in 2007. You beat him. Vanderbilt. You didn't play Chase Dollander, I don't think, in 2022. Tennessee guy.
You'd have beat him.
Ethan Small, 2019. Mississippi State beat him. I mean, that's 5 guys. I mean, what happened last time Liam Doyle was here?
Turn that music off. 2-1 pitch. There's a drive to left center by Iredale. He got all of it. Back it goes. Get out of here. Iredale lines it into the hog pen. Here's the pitch. Helfrich a drive to left field. Way up in the air. To the hog pen it goes. Out of here. Helfrich hits a home run. Second homer of the game for the Razorbacks. Iredale went deep last inning. A fastball hit high in the air by Maxwell to deep right field. Back towards the video board. That ball's out of here. The third Razorback home run tonight.
Arkansas. Didn't go well for Liam Doyle. Great job on that montage, Colton. So hopefully, again, whether it pitches Saturday or Sunday, it doesn't go well for Mr. Doyle. Tom Murphy coming up in just a bit here on the Lewis Automotive Group Hotline. For now, we tell you about our friends at Uncourt. Scott, his team, Chef Jazz, all them over there, always whipping up something special, like a watermelon salad with whipped goat cheese, watermelon, arugula, balsamic glaze, and toasted almonds. This is a great date night spot. This is a great place for a nightcap. They have it all at Uncourt. Jerk half chicken with coconut curry, mango pico, plantains, and charred lime. Again, you're going to get something new at Uncorked. Their new menu is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Great place so you can watch a game. Their spring menu includes all these different things, including the jerk lamb pasta, which I've heard is fantastic. That is Uncorked in Fort Smith. Chef Jazz, she knows what she's doing at Uncorked. All right, we talked to our friend now, Tom Murphy, here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Tom, before you came on, we were talking about Arkansas's had success against the best pitchers in the Southeastern Conference. They beat David Price. They beat Paul Skeens twice. They beat Brady Singer twice. They beat Ethan Small. They've already beaten Liam Doyle. So there's kind of a trend here against one of the best pitchers in baseball. How do you think they'll fare against Liam Doyle in round 2 this weekend?
Well, that's a great question. Doyle's certainly going to be motivated after giving up the 8 runs, I believe, in the last game here, 7 or 8 runs. And, I mean, they knocked him around, too. So I think Dave Van Horn has a reputation, and they don't beat the aces every time. But I think he has a reputation of really getting the hitters. And, you know, Nate Thompson's a part of this as well, but getting those hitters up for the aces. I mean, understanding how they're going to attack them and what you need to do at the plate. So the question for me is what day he's going to start. Will Arkansas go with its normal rotation and go Root, Wood, and then question mark, and, you know, play it by ear? And will Tennessee start Marcus Phillips in the first game like they did for the series here a couple of weeks ago? The thing is, if they want to bring Doyle back the way they did in the last game of the regional last weekend, they would probably need to start him in the first game to give him a shot at being able to close a final game if he could do that.
And that's what we were talking about, that same point earlier in the program. He's going to want the ball twice this weekend, just like he did this past weekend in Knoxville at the regionals. So you very well could see him suiting up for the Tennessee Volunteers come 4 o'clock on Saturday. Tom, there's a bunch of different dynamics this weekend. You're playing the defending national champion. It's Arkansas versus Tennessee fans. You've got DVH versus Tony. You also got 2 Golden Spikes finalists. That was announced yesterday. Does the winner of this series go on to win the Golden Spikes, announced right before Game 1 of the College World Series?
Well, I don't know if it's going to be that, you know, cause-effect type thing. But if either of those two, and we're talking about Doyle and Vahiva Aloy, you know, really, like if Doyle were to pitch 8 innings and shut Arkansas down, that would certainly bolster his cause in front of a big-time audience. And I think Kyle Peterson and Tom Hart and Chris Burke, the same crew, I believe it's the same crew that was here for the Tennessee series.
Correct.
3 weekends ago. So that would be a big platform for that. And if Vahiva Aloy hits another couple of home runs and blows up, you know, that's big to hit for his campaign. You know, Alex Lodice, he's no chop liver at Florida State. He's got great numbers as well, hitting .404, and, you know, he has 5 errors, and Aloy has 5 errors. I looked all this stuff up today. But that's a great point. 2 of the 3 finalists here in town, and, you know, this might be the most attractive of the super regionals based on all the storylines and I'm writing about this for tomorrow, but all those great storylines, the fan bases both being pretty, you know, superior. I mean, they have great programs. Arkansas is the most winning program the last 9 years across Division I baseball, and Tennessee is the 3rd most winning program over the last 9 years. And that's Dave Van Horn and Tony Vitello, mentor versus pupil. And so that makes this one, people across the country are going to be paying attention to this super regional.
I can't remember if I asked you this or not, so if I repeat this, I apologize. But do you see a comparison of like Lane Kiffin and Nick Saban to DVH and Tony? Well, obviously the mentors or the mentee's a little more flamboyant, a little more boisterous than the mentor, which both Saban and DVH get fiery at times. But is there a connection there that I see that maybe you see too?
You know, you haven't asked me that before, but now that you say it, I think it's a very apt comparison. The kind of the cagey veteran who, quote, does things the right way, and then the younger, a little bit more unrestrained pupil. I've gotten a big kick out of Lane Kiffin over the years, and if you haven't seen his deal with Paul Feinbaum from the beach just a couple of weeks ago. That's worth watching. It's just like Feinbaum didn't know what to say. I mean, he's like, "Hey, this is great TV," and he's right because it's just so unscripted and wild. But I like paying attention to Kiffin's antics. I don't always agree with some of the stuff he does, but to argue is he good for the game? I think if good for the game is fans, eyeballs on the game and people caring and creating social media attraction, heck yeah. And the same goes for Tony. He has his detractors, and if you'll know, I'm sure all of you guys have heard, Chipper Jones basically called out a coach from over the weekend for their antics, but he didn't say who. And a lot of Tennessee fans just assumed it was Tony for all the things Tennessee does, and it turned out it was Florida and Kevin O'Sullivan for what he did at the Coastal Carolina Regional. So I don't know. I like it that it brings more eyes to the game and more attention. I'm not so big on all the flamboyant stuff, but I understand it has in the modern game. That's part of it.
Tom Murphy's with us, Whole Hog Sports, Arkansas Democrat Gazette on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. He joins us every Thursday at 10 o'clock. Tom, I brought up Nick Saban. We talked a little football there with him and Coach Kiffin. You mentioned some fans like it, some fans don't. I wonder, what is your opinion of fans and the expansion of the college football playoff, which is coming? To me, it's decreasing and devaluing the regular season, which has been the most treasured regular season of any sport, college football. Is that going by the wayside?
Well, we're only 1 year into this, but I think some teams understood if they lost a regular season game, they had a shot. I mean, look, Georgia lost. They beat Texas during the regular season, and they lost. And then the Georgia Tech game, the day before or the day after Thanksgiving, that was a wild game, which they almost lost. Now, they couldn't have afforded to lose that one. But I don't know if it devalues it. I think the game is still growing in popularity, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think we're going to need a little bit more data before we determine if fans get turned off and don't consider some regular season matchups to be, worthy or not as meaningful because you can afford a slip up now. I mean, that's pretty clear.
While I've got you on a football topic, Colton and I were kicking around earlier just some things in this upcoming season, a game they might win this upcoming year, and the wide receivers got brought up, and we've gotten some text here, Tom, on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline about Courtney Crutchfield. Based on what you heard, based on people you talked to, what kind of impact do you think maybe the Pine Bluff native could have in his first season at Arkansas this fall?
Well, I've heard DJ Williams talk about this because he came up here for some practices and mentioned Courtney's lack of engagement, maybe, so I think he's got to be a more willing, like some guys want to be at the front of the line for drills, and the other guys just kind of, it doesn't matter as much. They loiter back. I don't know Courtney Crutchfield's personality total, but I would like to see more aggressiveness, more, care for being up near the front of the line. To me, that's going to be one of the most fascinating storylines of this season because there are going to be guys who have catches. And, Raylan Sharp, maybe he's playing more slot. He's going to get targets because he knows the Petrino system. He played at Missouri State. We saw that in spring. Omega Blake, Ishmael Cece, C.J. Brown. Who is going to get more and more targets from this team, to me, totally fascinating because they're going to be available.
Tom Taylor Green also got tossed around last hour as well. I've seen some quarterback ratings. I think Josh Pate had him at number 8. I tend to think he's going to be in the top half of this league, being 8 and below. What kind of ceiling could Taylor actually have this year as one of the 5 returning, I guess now 4 with Nico gone? Maybe one of 4 returning quarterbacks in the SEC this fall?
Well, I think I saw the Athlon Sports has come out, and they might have had him rated about 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's because he didn't have great touchdown passing numbers. when you add his running component to it, he's certainly, to me, top 4, top 5. And I think his passing is going to improve this year. Even though it's a new set of receivers, he doesn't have a guy like Andrew Armstrong that, man, Armstrong caught some really good hand catches, like with
Tennessee
the DB's
game,
arm in there.
Tennessee game, he had 2 of them.
Yeah, and 3rd and 5, and he runs a 6-yard, in cut, and Taylor delivers the ball. So I think he's going to find a groove with a couple of guys, and I think his numbers will be okay. And I think you'll see where they have to improve, because they got to be able to recruit. Well, of course, this is probably Taylor's last year, but he needs to throw. Armstrong had 1 touchdown catch, and so your main guy, they've got to get more chances in the red zone. Arkansas was a good running team in the red zone, but I do think that's got to be more part of their offense this year, and that would improve Taylor's numbers.
All right, Tom, before we let you go, we're gonna finish on a food question. Colton and I were touching on this earlier. McDonald's bring back the snack wrap. He mentioned the quesarito. That's something he wants to see back from Taco Bell. I'd like Burger King to bring back their $1 double cheeseburger. What is, and you might date us, which is fine. We've had some audience members that have done that, which is great. What is a food item for? It doesn't have to be fast food. It can be anything. But what is a food item that you miss, either price point wise or just they're not making it anymore, that you'd love to see return here in 2025?
Oh man, I should have read the show notes better, Ty, because I might have known you were going to ask me this. I've gone through all of the fast food, like during covering camp. We go through all the fast food deals and like the biggie bag from Wendy's and things like that. The values. And by the way, the McDonald's app is fantastic. It's probably the most practical app among the fast food chains. Anyway, I don't know if I have one thing, but I've eaten it all. Unfortunately for me, I don't have much of an appetite anymore, and I hope it comes back for when camp rolls around, because I'll dig into all that stuff.
Well, Tom, we hope it does for camp, and looking forward, obviously, to see you during football season. Big weekend ahead at the Super Regional for Arkansas and Tennessee. Hopefully, we're still talking baseball post Monday. We'll talk to you next Tuesday, buddy.
Sounds good. Boy, they're going to be whooping it up at Baum-Walker this weekend. It's going to be a great series.
It's going to be electric. It almost feels like this week, it almost feels like a football buildup. And I say that because that's the highest buildup of anything we talk about on these airwaves. And I don't say that to slight Arkansas basketball or Arkansas baseball. But I have had more text, more calls, ticket requests than traditionally when it comes to a baseball weekend. Now, let's go back to 2018 and 2019. Remember, you played South Carolina. I think Ray Tanner was still that head coach back then. He had 2 national championships, if I remember that right. And then you played Mike Bianco and Ole Miss. And those were great. 2018, you obviously go on to the last game, last out. We know what happened. And then 2019, I think you went 0-2 in barbecue. Would you lose to Virginia and Florida State? I believe that's right. But this, when you get to play an SEC team in postseason, it pushes it even more, right? And it's a team you border, you touch. You don't have a rival. This is going to be an interesting dynamic, and I'm excited to get in with Chris Burke tomorrow at 10:30. It's like, and I forget. I'm going to be honest. I got to go back and look when he played. I can't remember if Arkansas was in the SEC or not. But just how this Tennessee and Arkansas rivalry has blossomed. Like, you don't play these guys in football every year anymore. I know you played them, in 2020? You played them last year. You're playing this year in Knoxville, which could be a game you pick off depending on how things shake out for Coach Heupel. But that is, of any team, like A&M football has shot up because you can't beat them. Missouri football, same way. Alabama basketball, like none of you thought as them a rival or a team that you were going to have any time or any difficulty beating. And Tennessee for a number of years was that way too. But those are like the 3 or 4 teams I think about that 15 years ago, fans didn't really care. They just expected to win. Mm-hmm. And Colton, now it's like, man, we better bring it this weekend or we're going to be staying in Fayetteville rather than going to Omaha.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's it is the weight of the season right now. It's people want to equate it to a basketball thing. It's the Sweet 16 right now. This is a chance to go to the big dance, the Emerald City up there in Omaha, and everybody understands the gravity of this moment. We want our potential Golden Spikes winner that's been great all season long. We want our coach that everyone reveres as the best to make it back to Omaha and finally have, his shot to claw the monkey off of his back. So I think that when you talk about how this feels like a football kind of a weekend, we just I think the whole fan base as a collective can just sort of understand that this is pretty pivotal. You want to be able to eradicate and get rid of all those, sour tastes in your mouth and this gun-shy feeling every time you play a postseason baseball game. So I think everybody understands how important this weekend is. And then when you bring in an opponent like a Tennessee that is the complete antithesis of what you've built your program around, with a former coach that was on your staff that was under the tutelage of somebody that we all revere here in Coach DVH, I think it just adds a little extra fuel to the fire. And it should shape out for, what did Tom say? It's just going to be a humdinger this weekend.
Whenever I lost, maybe my dad did it to me. I was kind of a little punk.
See if he's a little punk after this weekend in Baum Walker Stadium. Man, I hope he is. I hope he is. Brought to you this morning by Pradco and the Booyah Mobster. Booyah's bait company, made right here in Arkansas. It's the hottest swimming jib on the Arkansas River. The Booyah Mobster was designed by the Muddy Water Mob, located in Arkansas and also locally here in Oklahoma. It's winning tournaments on Lake Darnell and Kerr Lake like clockwork. So if you're fishing submerged with matted grass, you need a Booyah Mobster to reel them in. They're always available on LearNet.com, which you can get awesome deals at LearNet.com, and tackle stores all over Arkansas and Oklahoma. That is the Booyah Mobster. SEC update when we come back. A familiar call across two of our shows yesterday. Someone that all of you, I say all of you, 90+% of you have probably heard about. Maybe you've listened to live before. He called back yesterday to a couple of shows. We'll get into that when we return on your SEC update next.
Hogs are going to the Supers.
And the Rooster. Yep, he's strutting to the dugout.
Our exclusive coverage of the 2025 Fayetteville Super Regionals is brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Heath Roberts, ASU Mountain Home, and by First Star Bank.
Every success you've had began with a great opportunity. Now there's another one. Last aid year, University of Maryland Global Campus awarded over $21 million in scholarships to qualified students, including community college students, service members, veterans, and working adults. Now is the time to move your career forward with an online and accredited skills-based education. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Shell.
We're 0 for 17 from the 3. Do you really expect us to win?
This is the Morning Rush.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
Do you need a professional website for your business? Don't pay thousands of dollars up front for a site that takes months to build. Modular Orange brings you the easy and affordable way to get a custom website in just a few weeks. They write it, build it, launch it, host it, secure it, and keep it up to date for only $95 a month with no upfront cost. There's a reason service-based businesses across Arkansas trust Modular Orange. Go to modularorange.com and find out how they can help. That's modularorange.com.
Up to $10,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $10,000 off. Or lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer EV with hands-free driving assistance and go 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds for as low as $900 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Wade Gilkey or Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
COP CDL Academy is a licensed Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration that provides the federal required training to obtain both Class A and Class B CDL licenses. Our program provides assistance with employment after graduation. We have finance and grant options available. Students straight out of class have started new careers earning $70,000 to $140,000 per year, and training is provided for all 50 states. Call today, 479-632-1050, COP CDL Academy.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at servicemasterpc.com.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion. You know, every game is a dogfight. We're about the tough there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally it's the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
The one, the only Tiger Bay. You know, I'm in Fort Smith working, and I'm hitting the Seek and button on my radio, and it stops at 95.3 ESPN. And the first dang thing I hear out of Matt Jones's mouth, he says, you know, those people down in Baton Rouge aren't that smart anyway. The very first thing, Matt. And you know what? I have a tendency to agree with you, because we did leave Corey Birmingham wide open in the end zone on the Miracle on Markham. You remember that, I'm assuming.
So sometimes antagonists are good. We got one coming in here this weekend, and Tony Vitello. That is the voice of Tiger Bait, who's one of the most legendary, whether you hate him or like him. I personally like him. Mm-hmm. It's one of the best sports talk radio call-ins and callers that we've ever had across our state. He's in that Sterling and Cedar Ridge, Forest City Joe, Eddie and Clarksville. Like, when you hear that voice, you know exactly who it is. Obviously, as evidenced by his name, is a big-time LSU fan. But I hadn't heard him, and I don't know. There's always stories and rumblings about him. Don't know if they're accurate. Don't know if they're true or not. Mm-hmm. That being said, when I heard him, I mean, Matt and Christian can attest to this. I walked into the studio yesterday because I hadn't heard his voice in, 7 years? 5 years? Whatever it's been. So that was a pleasant surprise yesterday. Arkansas will play LSU. Probably hear him again if you advance past this weekend, Colton.
Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise yesterday hearing that when I was in the back studio working, because I recognized that voice just like you. But you said it right there, Ty. Occasionally, you need an antagonist. You need somebody, because after that, Phil and Matt, they loosened up. They were excited to talk to him. They had a great show the rest of the way. And you need an antagonist sometimes to, maybe just keep things moving along, keep you feel good, or also somebody to get mad at, to get pissed at.
Yeah.
And that's what the Razorbacks had this weekend. You had those guys that play the game, they want to talk, they want to chirp at you all day long. Yeah. Use it to fuel the fire.
Yes, push it. Now, I hope the West Virginia Mountaineers win in Alex Box this weekend. I tend to think that Jay Johnson's club is going to advance. I also hope that Coastal Carolina, what's the coach's name that went off on Sully?
Kevin Schnall.
Kevin Schnall. I hope they beat Auburn this weekend. But I would expect, of course, there's going to be one SEC that keeps it going after this weekend a bomb, but both those teams. So you'll at least have one, probably three next week. I mean, who knows? Maybe the Chanticleers and the Mountaineers get it done against LSU and Auburn this weekend. All right, keep it up with your SEC update this morning. Behevo Loy and Liam Doyle have been named 2 of the 3 Golden Spikes Award finalists, which you can vote on. By the way, voting started yesterday. Go to goldenspikesaward.com. Fan voting does play a part. I forget the percentage, but it does play a part. Behiva has been unbelievable for this Arkansas baseball team this week, this year, as has Liam Doyle. Am I off base on the winner of this winning the whole thing?
I don't think so. I think that you're right. I know that Tom, he didn't give you a good answer, one that you were looking for, but I think you're right, Ty. I know that he said the kid from Florida State or whatever, but when you have 2 in the same game, and it's DVH, it's this program, it's the spectacle, there is a lot that's weighing on this.
And it could go against you. It could go against you. And I hope it doesn't, but it could. By the way, I think it was Hogs on SI that had the ticket prices for the Super Regional. Arkansas has the second highest ticket. I don't know what the average, I don't think it's the average, but behind LSU. LSU highest tickets going over for $2,200, as is Arkansas. Auburn's is like $960 right now. Now Alex Box is closer to attendance numbers and seat capacity than Auburn's stadium is. But those places are going to be packed all weekend. Other super regionals include Louisville, Oregon State, which is sold out, by the way, North Carolina, UCLA, and Duke are the other sites for the super regional this weekend. There are a lot of Arkansas. I was proud. I was proud of the number of Arkansas fans that made it out to Chapel Hill 3 years ago and had an impact. Team goes to the College World Series. We were talking about Chris Lanzilli about that yesterday. So it's a cool experience. I think Bo asked Burke this question this morning, like with the Tennessee attendance. I am curious because you've got like our friend Bruce Stanton, Craig and Deere. Those are always the 2 Tennessee guys. I know we've got others that listen to this show, but how many fans in orange do we see this weekend? I always kind of dissecting how many visiting fans come to Fayetteville, especially in an event like this, Colton.
There'll be a small afflicted population wearing orange, I'm sure. We'll just treat them like a leper colony and put them in one corner away from everybody and just hope that our noise every time they bring in another pitcher for the Volunteers just drowns out the sounds of them crying.
Let's hope so. Last thing here in your SEC update, and this just isn't just an SEC-related thing, but a college football thing. Ask Tom about this because I was listening to Adam Rinberg discuss this. The college football playoff format and the effect on the regular season. ESPN.com's Adam Rinberg was on Sirius this week, and I think it diminishes the regular season. I'll tell you why after we hear this cut.
I understand that part of it, but I worry that we will lose something in the month of November with so many spots that would be secured because of what teams had done to that point in the season. And you never want to get into a situation in the sport that's so much based around rivalry games and late November games that those games just don't have a whole lot of impact. I mean, right now, the Big Ten and SEC championships don't have a whole lot of impact.
Here's the one close to home that we all remember. Remember well. It's 2002 in November. Miracle on Markham. Our co-host throws it, as you heard Tiger Bait say earlier, an open. He was not open. He was covered. Just a great catch and a great throw to DeCorey Birmingham. That sent Arkansas to the SEC championship. Now, it didn't have an impact on the national championship that year, but that's the one I think about. I also think about Michigan-Ohio State 1v2 back in 2006. The winner, I think it was Chad Henne versus Troy Smith. The winner plays in the national championship. Troy Smith and Ted Ginn and them get annihilated by the Florida Gators, and the SEC run starts after that. You don't have the same matchups of consequence that you had back then. Heck, I'll reference another Arkansas game. 2011, you're up 14-0 in Baton Rouge. 14-0. Lonzo Highsmith takes that thing back. I'm going nuts. We're going to win this game. We're going to the national championship. We're going to the SEC championship. And then it all falls apart because Tyra and Matthew, the Honey Badger, just ate you alive in that second half. But those type of games where the winner is not just going to the conference championship, but the national championship, it's over. Texas or Georgia last year in the SEC championship, both those teams knew if they lost, they were in. Didn't matter. And we didn't know about the ACC championship between, was it SMU and Clemson, right? Yeah, SMU and Clemson. Or SMU was undefeated, and I think Clemson beat them by a hair. Or maybe it was vice versa. But that is what we lose. That is what we've cherished in college football for so long, amongst other things. The pageantry, the tradition of how cataclysmic games could be in November. And it's dead. Absolutely dead. December's the same way. Dead. That leads you to that point.
It's just definitely not the same, Ty. And I feel where you're coming from. You talk about November, one that always sticks out to me. I remember being a teenage kid, and I want you to imagine that now Chris Davis taking that ball 109 yards back in November in the Iron Bowl. I want you to imagine that now means nothing. Both of those teams are already in the playoffs, so it doesn't mean anything. Imagine that probably wouldn't have happened. Chris Davis would have just went out of bounds. That doesn't mean anything, but it means something. It's always been like that. It's always Ralphie charging out of the gate over at Colorado. It's always Chief Osceola planting his spear in the middle of the field at FSU. It's always been about that pageantry. It's about those stupid gold helmets at Notre Dame glistening in the sun. It's about this romanticism of the game that we have, and that gets lost whenever it all becomes about how many teams can we fit in, because it's all about TV and all about this. All of that is absolutely lost. We heard Coach Burnett earlier talk about it. Those guys that were in the gym every single day, the Isaiah Joes of the world, all that stuff, and they were playing for something bigger than themselves. It wasn't for themselves now that they can make a paycheck. It was the name across the front of their chest, the school they played for, the state they were from. It definitely is lost now, Ty, and I'm with you. It's not the same. Am I still going to watch? You bet, because the games are just as good, if not better. But you are losing something when you start to just take all these games away, when you cut conferences, when you don't keep tradition alive. That's what separates you from the pro leagues, is there's true, honest tradition. It's different, and I'm not for it.
All right, that's your SEC update here on a Thursday morning. We are brought to you by Andy's Frozen Custard. I know we're kind of down in the dumps just for a sec. Well, Andy's has what you need here on a Thursday. Get your weekend started. Yes, Thursday is technically the weekend, in my opinion. Fort Smith, Conway, they got two locations. 201 East Oak Drive and Dave Ward Drive across from UCA, plus the Andy's in North Little Rock on JFK Boulevard. Trying to satisfy your sweet tooth? Well, you can do so at Andy's. Get a pick six, mix and match six of your favorite flavors for the perfect game time treat. Swing by Andy's Frozen Custard today. Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith, two locations in Conway, and don't forget JFK Boulevard in North Little Rock. Andy's Frozen Custard, walk up or drive through. They're ready to serve you. Download the Andy's app. All right, so we're an hour and 36 minutes in this morning, and I've done a poor job communicating to all of you a certain Razorback's birthday. Unfortunately, a late Razorback. I think it's going to be easy to pick up on who it is.
Out of the spread, here's Mallet down for the second time. He's got a man wide open. It's Ronnie Wino, number 20. Scoots in for the touchdown, Arkansas. Mallet has a wide open man. It's Childs. He's loose. He scores. Childs plays. Touchdown. Arkansas leads.
All right, today would have been Ryan Mallett's 37th birthday. Born on June the 5th, 1988. Lost him. And it's just, I mean, every time I watch it, occasionally, my YouTube algorithm is just scattered with Razorback highlights between War Machine and Stu Hogg. Of course, Stewart, who does a great job with the baseball, War Machine, who does a great job with football and basketball. I think Ryan's name pops up. I was, unfortunately, John Brinkus, was it 54, right, Colton, that passed away. One of the other things that hit my timeline was him and Ryan Mallett doing a sports science segment.
Yeah.
Which was a flashback from memory lane a little bit.
Talking about Ryan Mallett's insane arm strength.
Yeah, it was a cool moment. So I know we've got, I think everyone listening is a Ryan Mallett fan. I think even Tiger Bait would tell you that just the competitive side that they watched. I mean, even when they lost, I'm speaking his football skills and acumen, I also enjoyed just the interactions that we had. Only had 2 or 3 of them, but as a kid, when you're in the hyper and he compliments your basketball game, it was that was a pretty cool moment. He's come on these airwaves before, so So just wanted to make sure his family and his not just his family, but his Razorback family know that we're thinking about him here on this day. Just needed to be said. And would have been 37 today. One of the best Razorbacks that's ever come through that football program here on the Hill in Arkansas.
Gone far too soon, for sure. And, he had the chapter that he was in with his life up there at Whitehall was one that I think was going to be probably his best one yet and his most impactful one that would have meant the most to people. And it's a shame that got cut too short, but we'll always have that wheel route to Ronnie Wingo, won't we, Ty?
Yes, and the touchdown to Kobe.
Greg Childs, all of them.
Greg Childs, the pass to Florida. I mean, all these things are just kind of cycling through my head. I know it's not just about football, Ryan. We just lost, unfortunately, as a Razorback family, we lost him. I mean, him, Alex. We've lost some guys that we really have loved and enjoyed getting to know over the years, and just wanted to give him a shout-out here on what would have been his 37th birthday. All right, we continue on the Morning Rush here on a Thursday. If you want to jump in here, Lewis Automotive Group hotline, always open for you, 877-377-6963. Want to come back and talk a little Super Regional as well as the NBA Finals. We had Coach Burnett on earlier. Colton was referencing Coach. He joined us, former Northside Grizzly coach and player, Springdale Athletics Director, and he gave us some great stuff on Isaiah and Jalen. Tonight, the Oklahoma City Thunder are favored in tonight's game. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little worried about this game. I don't like the quiet confidence I'm hearing from Tyrese Halliburton when I've listened to him a little bit. I hope that that confidence is squelched and squished early. Hope it's knocked out, but Indiana's been a good basketball team, good run, so we'll see. Hey, Gaston's White River Resort. I'm going to do my best to give you what Tommy gives you every single day. And call Clint, Jacob, their team, 870-431-5202. Need something to do these next few weekends? Summer's the greatest time to go to Gaston's White River Resort. My parents go to the fall as well. There's never a bad time to go to Gaston's. Fish, nature, food, they have it all. Gastons.com. Go to Facebook and see their videos, see their pictures. Their just setup is unbelievable. The cabins, most of them are fully equipped with the kitchen, so you can cook, or you can eat at the restaurant as well. Gaston's White River Resort, a first-class time every time.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MBA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
First happened in June of 1889. I think I was 4.
This is the Morning Rush.
Need a little extra cash? Go see Rusty at Golden Gym Pond, 310 West Center in Greenwood. Get the money you need with loans on jewelry, guns, tools, and electronics. If you're looking for a gift, they have a large selection of jewelry to choose from, and Rusty can take care of all jewelry repair. Stop by Golden Gym Pond today, 310 West Center in Greenwood, or call 996-2792. Open 9 to 5:30 Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and 9 to 3 on Wednesday. Golden Gym Pond.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a snore guard. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment, or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
I
ignorant when it comes to a lot of topics. Thankfully, I listened to my friend's advice on the housing market and called Jeff Marks at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. Jeff made the process smoother than Mama's gravy.
Ty, you got to throw in some homemade biscuits with that gravy and a great local real estate professional to guide you down the right path. One of the keys is knowing what to do and certainly what not to do.
You communicated and were transparent throughout the process.
Ty, like you, anyone can call me, Jeff Marks, at 479-414-1193. For your big decisions, I have simple solutions.
Here's to you and yours from the friendly folks at In Good Spirits, your upscale liquor store in Fort Smith. At In Good Spirits, they've got what your taste buds are craving, including flavorful wines from around the world, scrumptious brandies and liqueurs, tempting whiskeys and beers, and fine cigars. Treat yourself to the best as you listen to the game. Check out In Good Spirits, 12100 Highway 71 South, across from Riley Farms in Fort Smith.
Every Thursday, take a trip down memory lane at Joe's Grill and Cantina. Joe's is bringing back the flavors you loved from Cuco's, the beloved restaurant that once called this place home. Join Joe's Grill and Cantina for Throwback Thursday and savor classic Cuco's dishes. It's the taste from the past with the vibrant atmosphere of Joe's. Don't miss out on the reunion every Thursday at Joe's Grill and Cantina. Come for the food, stay for the memories. 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
Hi, everybody. Larry Rath here from Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, where all we do is keep you rolling. If you're looking for the best used car your money can buy, check out our great selection of road-ready certified vehicles with warranty. If you're trading or selling your car, let us give you a free second opinion and leave with a check in your hand. If you're keeping the car you have, let us take care of it for you in the Meineke Car Care Center. Plus, follow us on Facebook for special offers and fun contests. All the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, Fort Smith.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. You're listening to The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
Everybody's talking at me.
Hey, I appreciate you guys taking my call. Listen to you guys all the time on my drive. I'm going to have to lean towards Ty here.
I'm tired as a fan being fed a bunch of lies and garbage.
You know, you got this wonderful staff that you have. Great day to be a Razorback, you know. That's my hero. I want to be when I grow up. I appreciate what you guys do.
Call or text the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963.
Milk Toast still has the autographed Ryan Mallett football card. And Ryan would have been 37 today. Sad day. Gone too soon. Arkansas hosting the Tennessee Volunteers this weekend. Baum-Walker Stadium Super Regional. We'll hear from Dave Van Horn. We'll hear from Tony Vitello tomorrow. But if you go back in the archives, listen to Tony V on Razor Vision. Oh, Razor Vision, but back in the day. Sounds a little different.
Just walking into this stadium, you know, as a recruiter or call it a college baseball fan, you feel like if you ever go toe-to-toe with this, it's a losing battle every time.
Well, that's been the case. 2-11. His record against DVH. He expanded on Fayetteville and the recruiting needs.
Really, Fayetteville impressed me, to be honest with you. I've been a part of programs that compete against Arkansas and recruiting nonstop, and you don't really know what Fayetteville's all about till you're here. It's a great place. I think it's the ideal college town. And then this thing that strikes you the most is Arkansas athletics is a pretty big deal in town. It's the #1 show in state, and people have a tremendous amount of loyalty and pride in Arkansas. And when you can feel that in the air, you get excited about bringing recruits here because you don't need to paint the picture or give them a sales pitch. You just get them in the environment, and you can literally feel it.
Not the same environment in Columbia, Missouri, with baseball or football or basketball either. A little different here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Now, let's be honest. More of the pressure is on Arkansas this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You're the home team. You've got the record over Vitello. You're favored to win. You're the highest left remaining seat. Team going to falter? They're going to come up big and send you back to Omaha through Baum for the first time since 2019. The Liam Doyle dynamic is interesting. We were kicking around with Tom earlier. Do you pitch him Saturday knowing that you can pitch him on Monday if it comes down to that? Short day rest. Remember, he pitched on Monday as well. 2 1/3, 3 1/3, whatever it was? Or do you hold him for Saturday? Sunday. I keep seeing you hold him for Sunday. It's weird it being a Saturday, Sunday, Monday series. That's something that we'll find out from Tony V and how. I mean, I don't think you're gonna. It's going to be Rootwood TBD. Do we hear anything differently tomorrow from Dave Van Horn, Colton?
No, I don't think that they'll give any announcements as to adding a pitcher specifically for Monday. I don't think they want to get to Monday. So, but I don't think that they'll switch anything up. I think they'll keep the same guys on the same amount of rest. And yeah, it is interesting to figure out what they want to do with Doyle. But I mean, he came in here and got knocked around last time. So all that bark in and cussing at the opposing team, he won't be able to do that to any Razorback hitters because they'll make him work for it. And
do we want to relive it one more time?
I mean, yeah, why not?
Turn that music off.
2-1 pitch. There's a drive to left center by Iredale. He got all of it. Back it goes. Get out of here. Iredale lines it into the hog pen. Here's the pitch. Helfrich a drive to left field. Way up in the air. To the hog pen it goes. Out of here. Helfrich hits a home run. Second homer of the game for the Razorbacks. Iredale went deep last inning. A fastball hit high in the air by Maxwell to deep right field. Back towards the video board. That ball's out of here. The third Razorback home run tonight.
Arkansas. Do the same thing this weekend. Do the exact same thing. Again, you've had success against the best pitchers in baseball. You beat David Price back in 2007. You beat Brady Singer and Paul Skeens twice. Who's the state kid again?
Ethan Small.
Ethan Small. Arkansas doesn't have a problem with velocity, and I know Doyle got up to like 99 or 100 the other day. It's the issue is a kid that throws like 82 or 86 and has got some wanky stuff. So I mean, I still, like I've been saying all week, I think Doyle's going to bring it. But if history repeats itself, you're going to have some success against Liam Doyle this weekend. And Tom brought it up earlier. He gave credit to Nate Thompson, but for whatever reason, DVH has his guys ready for the best pitcher in baseball, which is probably Liam Doyle this year. Whether you see him Saturday or Sunday, or maybe even Monday too. Hopefully these guys can come through, Colt.
I'll leave it at this, Ty. Going to be a clash of the Titans, and as long as I've been alive, Titans from Tennessee have sucked. Give me the Hogs, baby.
They have not had success against Arkansas in baseball under Coach Tony V. Again, I've said it like 10 times already this week, but hopefully that stays the trend this week. Hey, we're brought to you this morning by Bet Saracen. Do you want to bet on the series this weekend? Is there a prop bet that you like in this Arkansas and Tennessee series? Maybe it's tonight. Maybe you want to bet something that Jalen does or Isaiah does. You can find it on the Bet Saracen app. It's Arkansas's favorite sports betting app, #1 sports betting app. BetSaracen.com. Find it in Apple and the Google Play Store as well. Easy. Just pull out your cell phone. NFL season upcoming. You've got MLB going on. All of the sports you're going to find on the Bet Saracen app. The most accurate and up-to-date sports wagering info right here at Bet Saracen. All right, coming up, Matt Jones, Phil Elson, halftime. They're going to be live at Rudy's tomorrow in Fayetteville. I know that Matt and Phil are pumped about that. Get them some good barbecue as well as we get you ready. Just a reminder, regional coverage this week, super regional coverage, I should say, this weekend, brought to you by Heath Roberts at State Farm. When it comes to insurance, I chose Heath. State Farm's a big name, but Heath's a local that earned my business. ASU Mountain Home, they offer 60 degrees and technical programs. It's affordable cost and extensive student perks at ASU Mountain Home, the #1 community college in Arkansas. And by First Star Bank. For all your first, whether saving or borrowing or planning, call and stop in at your local First Star Bank branch, your hometown banker with all the digital tools. First Star Bank, the hometown bank with all your first. Can't wait for Fastball Friday tomorrow as we get you ready for the Super Regional this weekend. Stay with us here on ESPN Arkansas, hitthatline.com, and our Hit That Line Now app, powered by Taco Bell. Halftime coming up next.
Need a new fence but not ready to pay all at once? The Fence Man, serving Fort Smith for over 40 years, offers 18-month financing so you can secure your home or office now and pay over time. Free quotes, custom designs, and the expertise to accomplish what most can't. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
For decades, the Rebel Crawfish has been a tackle box staple.